if you know what you're doing to yourself, right? Whenever you place a bet, right? Whenever you play, whether it's sports, all those sports bets, and or if you know what you're doing to yourself, whenever you place a fucking bet, right, on those platforms, you will delete that app from your phone right now, and you would never ever find yourself in a bet shop whatsoever. Like, you delete every fucking of those betting apps on your phone, whether it's the one they call virtual, whichever one, you will delete it from your phone right away. It's Joseph Michael here, and there's this menace, right? There's this thing I've noticed in our society today. There's a virus. Everybody are talking about, pandemic, whatever it is, right? But almost nobody is talking about this one. It's called betting, right? This sports betting and all of that. Nobody is talking about this thing. And it is actually destroying more lives than even the fucking pandemic itself. Like, it is actually destroying more lives. And guess what? It is claiming the lives of the future of the country. Now, you might be telling yourself that, oh, okay, if you're someone who plays bets, might be telling yourself, well, I'm doing it because, there are no jobs. What do you expect me to do? Or what do you want me to do? How do you want me to make money? Or, betting is just a side hustle. Like every other side hustle, as I'm working, I also need something that I'm going to use to augment my income, your salary, and all of those kind of stuff. Salary is not enough, right? You need other streams of income, right? Maybe you tell yourself, like, others are making money from it, so let me try my best as well. Let me try my luck. Others are making money from this stuff, and then you go and do it. But the funniest part about many young people, is that what surprises me the most with these guys is that many of them do not understand how to apply their cognitive capacities. I've said this thing before, that you are called Homo sapien for a reason. You are called Homo sapien for a reason. And one of the things that makes you superior in a certain way, right, to the animals, is your ability to not just live based on instinct, but to be able to question things critically, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Let me just ask you a few questions, right? How many billionaires do you actually know that play bets? How many billionaires do you know that play bets? How many people do you know that have sustainably built wealth by playing bets? How many children of the rich? When I say rich, I don't just mean people who have money, right? I don't just mean people who have money. I mean people who understand fundamentals and principles of wealth. How many of their children have you actually seen playing bets? How many of them have you seen in a bet shop? Why is it like that? The reason is because you need to understand that there is a difference between the way a poor man would educate his child. And when I say education, I don't mean in as much as your school is one of those things, the kind of school you attend is one of those things. It's just one of it. It's not all of it, right? Your environment, right? These are things. There is a way the elite of this world educates their children that a poor man can never ever and would never be able to educate his child. There is a way the elite are raised. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove it to you. The elite understand that, right? Entertainment is what they call, before now it was religion is the opiate of the masses. Now it's no longer religion, it's entertainment. Entertainment has now become the opiate of the masses. And what is one of the things that people find entertainment in? It is soccer. Where attention goes, money goes. Sports. Where attention goes, money goes. Now, what do? They simply create the option for you. Now, they do not go and play the bet. No. They create the option where the mass of people, the masses, can now go there to go and play bets. But guess what they never tell you? Whether you win, right, or you lose, guess who actually makes money whether you win or you lose? It is the fucking bet companies. It is the children of the elite and the elite themselves. The owner of the organizations, the owners of the best companies, these are the guys that actually make the fucking most money. But you, when they're advertising to you, what do? They show you the list of people. They show you those who are winning the bets. These are the people that they show you. They show you those who are winning bets. They show you those who are cashing out. How many times have you ever seen a bet company actually advertising and they are showing you people who are actually losing money by playing bets? I'm going to come to the psychological aspect of this, of bet as a thing, but I'm asking you these questions. What does that tell you? Understand that the system is fucking rigged against you. Like, the system is rigged against you. The system of this world. When you come from the family from a poor background, when I say poor background again, I don't mean money. I mean when you come from a background where you do not have understanding of the system, of how the system is being manipulated. You don't understand the ways of the elite. You don't understand how the elite thinks. And just so you understand, the person talking to you, myself talking to you, I'm talking to you from a place of fucking experience. I've tried it, I've done it, and I did it at a very early age. So talking to you, I know what I am saying. Aside the fact that you lose money and all of those kind of stuff, let me try to explain to you the psychological game behind betting. Now, there's something called the concept of intermittent reinforcement. Now, intermittent reinforcement is a type of manipulation. Listen to me. The concept of intermittent reinforcement is basically, right, when for example, you're trying to get someone to do stuff, right? And then you want them to stay glued to you. Let me explain it to you. You want them to stay glued to you. Now they are doing this stuff, they are doing it, and then you reward them intermittently. You reward them not consistently, but at interval. Now, because they get rewarded at interval, not just any interval, they get rewarded by a random interval. They do not know when that interval is going to come. So in order for them to get that reward, they keep going and going and going and going and going. That is the concept of intermittent reinforcement. So let me bring this back home. So for you now who plays bet, what happens? Okay, so let's say, for example, the first time you started playing this thing, you win 100,000 naira. Right? What happens? That your 100,000 naira, if you're a big risk taker, you take 50,000 naira or 20,000 naira inside in the 100,000 naira, you go and stake again, and guess what? You lose, and you keep losing. And because you have won before, because you have won this money before, you keep playing, because like they say, one day hustle go pay. It's a stupid fucking narrative from the school of the poor. You don't live your life based on luck. Of course, maybe luck is necessary at some point in life, yeah. I don't believe in the concept of luck though. I believe in we creating our own luck. But then, that's not the conversation. That is the concept. That is what they do to you. And because of that, now, intermittent reinforcement is one of the most lethal manipulative strategies. Governments use it. Private organization tyrants use it. Private organization wicked bosses, they use it. It is a crazy one. And guess what? You get hooked in that circle and you do not know what's happening to you. Now they have given you money for your school fees. You first of all used it to go and play bet. They gave you money. They contributed money and gave it to you to go and do stuff. And you're using that money to play. You first of all use that money to go and stake, because you are expecting that today might just be payday. You are foolish. You're literally crushing your reputation capital. And guess what? It's going to haunt you. You become more anxious. Instead of you to spend time to learn something valuable, right, that can actually fucking change your life, you begin to live your life based on uncertainties. And many times, even the people who win this money, what happens? They don't use this money for something reasonable. Many of them don't, because the system was designed that way to keep you hooked on this thing. If you don't play, the elite will not make the money, and they need the money. They need you to play for them to make the money. I told you, it is called intermittent reinforcement. How does it work? Because there's a system of unpredictable reward there. You have to keep playing for the reward to come. And there's this thing called near miss, the syndrome of the near miss, right? Near miss. Oh, you almost enter. Now one game cut time. How do they say? It's one game now cut time, all of those kind of stupid things that you keep hearing here and there. And because you think it's one game that caught this one, you went to stake higher money in the next one because this is the one that is going to enter. You're being fucking stupid and foolish. You're allowing the system to play you, whereas you should be the one playing the system. You're waiting for the anticipation when you're going to win. Don't worry, when I win the big money, I will stop it. You are not going to stop it. Don't deceive yourself. You are not going to stop it. Get out of playing bets today. Get out of playing bets today. Stop gambling. There's no matter how there's no how you want to do it. Stop it. And how can you begin to stop it? Choose your circle. Listen to me. What I found is that gamblers are like fraudsters, right? They move in pack. When you see friends many times who gamble, who play bets and all of that, they are always a circle. Get out of that. Get out of the circle. Get out of that fucking circle that you're in. It is not helping you. Are you not seeing it? Are you not seeing how you're growing older than your age? Are you not seeing how that, the kind of progress you're supposed to be making, the progress as befitting a young man and a young man, male most especially, the things that are supposed to be befitting of you, they are not in your life because you have retired your life to a circle of unpredictability. Get out of that bullshit. Get out of that bullshit. You said there are no jobs, but there are people creating jobs. There are people your age that are creating jobs. There are people that are doing legitimate business. Go fucking learn a skill. Go learn a high income skill. Live your life. Build wealth based on predictability. What is more predictable? Go and learn a skill. Imagine you wanted to go get married and your father-in-law asks you, what do you do? And you tell them, you tell your father-in-law that you play bets. Except he's a father-in-law like you that plays bet as well anyway. He would give his daughter. But if he's not, if he's someone who's responsible, he cannot do that. What does that tell you? Society might make it look normal, but I'm not talking to society. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Get out of that shit. Get out of that fucking shit. Get out of it. And have you not noticed that? This is very interesting. How many bet shop do you know in places like Lekki and all of that? When I say Lekki, I mean in the estates. How many bet shops do you see there? But guess what? You see it they are everywhere on the mainland. You see it everywhere. What does that tell you? These things was created for the poor. They was created, see, it is the opioid of the masses. Betting is the opioid of the masses. It was created to destroy the poor. It was created. It is one of the propaganda. The government distracts you with bets because they don't want you to, they don't want you to contend for your future, for the things that can emancipate you from the circle that they have put you in. It's a system. It's a system. And if you're not smart, you would not understand what I'm talking about here. So I'm not talking to everybody. It's not for everybody. So get out of it. Go and learn a high income skill and be patient. This obsessive need for money and all of that. Money is as a result of something. Listen to me. You are chasing money the wrong way. Money is as a result of something. When you provide value to people, money will come to you. When you provide it as skill to people who need it, it will come to you as skill. You are ignoring the fundamental principle for wealth. It is called value. Provide value. People will give you money. Money is not as hard to get as people actually think it is hard to get. Simple. Provide fucking value and people will pay you. The more problem you can solve, and depending on those whose problem you can solve, and to how many people you can actually solve that problem for, you will get rewarded for it. And you live your life based on predictable outcomes and outcomes that you can actually control. That's what it is basically. So get out of that shit. Get out of that system. Filter your circle. Get out of a circle of gamblers. Get out of it and go learn something and do something fucking reasonable with your life. I hope this video helps you anyway. Don't let the system play you. Okay? You might not have been born into a rich home, but the worst you can do to yourself is for you to fall into the trap of the system. And betting, I can tell you for free, is just one of the traps of the system. Of course, I'm going to talk about entertainment, sports, and all of that. I'm going to talk about it in itself. Stupid reality TV shows that don't help you in any way. But today the focus is on bet. So get out of that shit. So if you found this video valuable, you know anyone that actually, that's hooked up on bets and all of that, playing, gambling and all of that, send this video to them. If you found this valuable, click on the link somewhere around the video, subscribe, right? And I'm gonna see you in the next video. Talk to you soon. Joseph Michael here.